The Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show. Here we go.
Right after the big dog, Alabama, right? So we're going Alabama Crimson Tide. The coach there is Nick Saban, and just so you know, I'm gonna give you all the ins and outs. Set the scenery for you on these schools, and then we'll take it from there. But Saban's been there. This is his 27th year coaching. This is his 15th year at Alabama. His record is 274, 67, and 1 on his total career. This year, he has defensive coordinator Bill O'Brien and also offensive coordinator Pete Golden. Now, Saban's fired up coming off a losing title game. That's a spot that he feels is one of his better spots. So he's fired up about this team. He said that there's a lot of guys that are stepping up leadership-wise. It's one of the best groups that he's had together in a long time as far as, like, attitude and all that good stuff. So he's excited about this team a lot. So I'm gonna take a look at them. Last year, they were 13-2. They were 7-1 in the conference. They lost the national championship to Georgia. The offense put up about 39.9 points a game. The defense held teams to 20.1 a game. The offense went for about 150 per game rushing, 338 passing. They allowed about 86 yards per game rushing. And they had about they allowed 218 yards passing per game. So nice year for them coming into this. The story at quarterback, we have a returning Heisman winner, Bryce Young. He's going to be expected to do well. He has the experience now, which means a lot there. And we expect a lot out of this guy. He has a possible chance to be a back-to-back Heisman Trophy winner. So we'll see how that goes. In the running back spot, they're returning last year's injured pair, Jason McKellen and Rydell Williams, but Saban really likes the transfer, Jamar Gibbs. He should start. At wide receiver, their best two were injured in the national title game, which we all know, and Saban said 3 players had a chance to step up in that game and perform for Alabama, and they chose not to do it. So he jumped into the transfer portal and pulled in Jermaine Burton from Georgia, which was a big steal from Georgia, and also Tyler Harrell from Louisville. So he got that wide receiver position, back up and rolling. And his offensive line is going to be led by 3 senior interior linemen. He lost his 2 tackles, and they're going to rely on the depth to replace those guys over there in the tackle position. And overall on the offense, this group is going to be very experienced with a lot of leadership. As Saban said, Saban has high hopes for this 2022 season, with also the possible chance of Bryce Young going back at Heisman. So what do you think about the defensive setup, right? I mean, the offensive play right here in Alabama.
Offensively, Bama is going to pretty much keep Young under center. We know that. There's nothing going to change there. He's going to do what he's got. The big thing was they got the kid from Georgia Tech, Jahmyr Gibbs. Saban liked that kid a lot. So I think he was a freshman last year, a sophomore. I don't know if he redshirted yet, but anyways, he averaged like 5.2 yards per carry over at Georgia Tech. He was there for 2 years at Tech. And in reality, they're going to still do a lot of the same things. They're going to depend on a rebuild offensive line here because they lost, some NFL talent. You know how that goes with Bama. And more or less, 29 SEC championships. That's the 20 Alabama won. So they keep doing what they do. Saban does what he does. Getting past the championship game, this team averaged like 20 points a game defensively, giving up 20 points. And they just got beat by the better team in that particular game. But going forward, like you said, Saban really likes this team a lot. A lot of leadership, a lot of stuff going on. Defensively speaking, Anderson, who put up a great season last year, 17.5 sacks. He'll be the primary center of attention opposing defenses. And they got Tuttle last year, a transfer out of Tennessee. He played very well. They say they got some bookend linebackers. They're going to try to really three linebackers on the field with a pass rush. Jalen Moody, his experience is going to be awesome for them. And then Jordan Battle, a DB in the secondary, he's going to be like an all-world guy for this squad. He compiled 85 tackles last season. He had 3 picks, so he's the leader at the back end of the defensive side. So they're going to have their talent. They're going to reload, and they're hungry. And I think this team's going to go a long way like they always do. So it's just a matter like we did. We did a lot. We were on those Alabama first halves a lot. So we'll see how quick the lines makers adjust to that.
I love it, man. And overall, the way I see it is, Saban took some key transfer portal plays that worked for him, and I think he's going to utilize the transfer portal the best. Just find those key areas where he really needs them, picks what he needs, and gets out of there. But I think he has it all wrapped up. I'm leaning future bet Alabama in 2022. I don't see too much that could stop him, but we'll keep going on and see what they have to offer us in the SEC, and see if there's anybody over there that can stop him.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was squawking a little bit about this NIL stuff. We heard some banner back and forth, but in the long run, he's had his way for a long time on a lot of fronts with the recruiting and notoriety and stuff like that. And then we'll see how it plays out long term. But right now, I think Bama's in real good shape.
Yeah, I think they're in real good shape as well.